is all known by all as one of the colonial school in Nam. Economal,
National School of Administration and Magistracy. So that boils down to what we are saying, because if there were to be a scenario where the president of the Supreme Court is elected, the Procurator General, or maybe I don't know if that will happen in future, as we are talking about decentralization. If that comes to fruition, that will be very, very great. But if we remain in a position where the president of the Supreme Court, remember the Supreme Court is the highest court of the land, when it gives out its verdict, no court in Cameroon can contradict, or except the Constitutional Council, which supersedes the Supreme Court has the final decision. Now, if the president is still appointing the president of the Supreme Court, please, the president of the Constitutional Council, president of the Supreme Court and the Procurator General, it means the judiciary is not independent. We should stop fooling ourselves.
And this person says, I mean, to follow up the discussion, I personally know Mr. Eswa, and I know he's very close to the government, I mean, to the CPDM. So when he started raising doors on the judiciary system, that I'm just a follower, I mean, I start weeping. So what in essence is he trying to say? This one is coming from John. John is writing from Mutengene. I saw this somebody. Yes, Barrister.
Let me comment a little on that. You see, what has killed us in Cameroon is intellectual dishonesty. Okay. Because
attacking your,
no. I want to congratulate him for his recent stance. Okay. You know, for the first time, we are now beginning to reason together on certain issues. That is the beauty of being an intellectual. Okay. Because you are CPDM doesn't mean you should not find anything wrong with Cameroon, because there are several things that are wrong with Cameroon. There are several things that are wrong with the management of this country. So if he is able, though in the CPDM, to find fault in the management of the affairs of this country, it means that he's been intellectually very honest. And that is something that we should commend. Because you are with the CPDM doesn't mean you must be a hand clapper all the time. If you look at the politics in the USA, you see that there are Republicans who disagree with President Trump. Yeah. There are Republicans who really disagree with him. There are some who did not even vote him, but that doesn't mean that they are not Republicans. Right. You understand? So let us be able to embrace, you know, one intellectual point of view in politics, not limiting ourselves to this tribal politics we find in Cameroon, that you even see an opponent as an enemy. That should not be the order of the day. We are young people. We should embrace change, look at things more globally. So instead, I congratulate Mr. Kizito for such a stance, to be able to tell us that this CPDM-managed country doesn't have an independent judiciary. Is being very, very honest to his intellect, and it goes back to tell us that no, this man has a good reasoning mental faculty, you know.
And Barrister, you should feel betrayed by your colleague, Minister Delegate Jean de Njomo, having worked for decades in the noble profession, that of lawyers. Now he is at a position where his pen and signature could have more meaning than it had yesterday, and he's still leaving lawyers littering in the corridors of police station, and now in their own temple they have been battered.
It's a disappointment. It's a huge disappointment. But then it is not strange, especially when it comes to Cameroon. Okay. It is the politics of the stomach. I saw in one video he said people are fighting in the northwest and southwest region. He's here drinking his beer. How does that concern him? You can imagine someone who is of a rank of a minister making such statements, of a rank of a minister of justice, you know, making such statements. It is unheard of. Okay. It is betrayal. So it doesn't surprise me. I did not even expect that he would actually come to our aid or understand the plight that a lawyer is going through. No, he was handpicked, and he is there to serve some other. It is one of the cosmetic measures that they will tell you, no, but we have nominated on a nommé votre confrère or whatsoever. We have nominated your colleague there, so you know you should look up to it. No, the real problems are there to to be solved.
But at the time when late Batonnier Patsy Chakunte was still alive, and we want to seize this opportunity to pay another homage for his soul to rest in peace, to say that he actually did a lot of mediation with Minister Jean de Momo as far as lawyer plight is concerned, and especially in the judiciary police. Come to think that it is this very, and now the special, a special anti-civilians, it's a special corps of the police that went and humiliated lawyers in their temple. I want to ask, was the mediation of late Batonnier Chakunte actually of essence to see that few months after his demise, the fallouts, the attacks on lawyers is still very much present in the judicial scene?
What you say is very, very correct. You see, there was a meeting because these incidences of police officers humiliating lawyers had been recurrent.
Yes.
But they were idle incidences, not not actually affecting so many lawyers. As maybe an individual within his profession, a lawyer goes to a police station and he is humiliated in that police station. At times he is even beaten. Meanwhile, he came to defend his clients. Those incidences are abound. Even other Batonniers before late Batonnier Chakunte party, even other Batonniers had mediated during such incidences. I even remember an incident in Douala where a police commissioner was sacked. I think that should be in the reign of Batonnier Ni Kamga, because a lawyer in trying to exercise his profession was humiliated, locked up, beaten. So all of those things. I think that was last year, a commission met the ministers, representatives of the Ministry of Justice, penitentiary, national gendarmerie, police bosses, and even the defense were all there, so as to allow these actors, so that lawyers can expatiate and tell these people their role in the administration of justice in this country. Because I believe that maybe they don't know, or they vehemently want to, leave a lawyer out of the administration of justice in this country, something which is impossible. So that meeting and that mediation which you talked about, it really went on well. But, the Batonnier is no more. May his soul rest in peace. And before you know it, lawyers as a corps are being attacked. That is to show that that meeting was a formality, like many other meetings that have been, many other mediation meetings that have been taking place in this country. That meeting was just a formality, because resolutions of the meeting shortly thereafter could not even be implemented. What was there in a court session, in a courtroom, within a confined area, that warranted tear gas, that warranted bullets, rubber bullets, that warranted people to be injured? More than 100 lawyers are injured.
Intimidation. Sure.
Intimidation. So all of those things, if these police bosses, gendarmerie bosses, all of them, and representatives of the ministries of justice, if all of them will give orders to these police officers to do these acts, if they cared about the resolutions of that mediation, this incident wouldn't have happened. But that is to tell you that they don't care. And that is to tell you that if care is not taken or something serious is not done, these incidences will continue to happen day by day. After you, Barrister Mele, Mr. Eshwa, let's take this question and we'll continue with what the Frenchman call les avocats roulent carrosse. Like, more and more they are living a luxurious life, and you would like to comment on that. But first, the message from the viewer. What are the differences between a civil offense and a criminal offense, or a civil court and a criminal court of law? How reliable is our civil court system in Cameroon? This is coming from Panjoya. Thank you so much, Panjoya. Maybe you want to there, or Barrister? Yeah,
okay.
Let me enlighten you. Normally, a criminal offense is prescribed in the penal code or any other, subsidiary piece of legislation. It could be tax code. Okay. And the aim of a criminal offense is to punish the offender. Okay. If you are found guilty, you are punished either by fine, you are punished by a term of imprisonment. That is the aim of criminal law. But when you talk about a civil action, is tortious, what we call tortious. It means that you want to be placed in a position that you were before someone did a wrong to you. So it is not like someone committed a crime, someone did a wrong. It could be someone breached a contract with you. It could be, you know, someone did not perform his obligations in a contract. It could be someone is owing you money. If someone is owing you money, now, you know, debt has been criminalized a little bit. In most circumstances, a debt is recoverable civilly. If you borrowed money in a bank